Hi, good afternoon. It's Tom here at Northwood Cars in Headcorn. Just going to organise a brief walk-around video of the blue Volvo XC70 that arrived into stock with us a few days ago. The idea of these videos is to give you the sort of look around the car that you may have if you were physically here in person. So to prospective purchasers, it's going to be a fairly brutal appraisal of this car. Obviously, I understand it's 13 years old and it's done 133,000 miles now, but obviously want to make sure that everything that's worth pointing out as far as the aesthetics and the condition of this car goes is pointed out in this video. So you may think I'm being overly critical, but a full true representation of this car's condition is what we're going for here. So we will look at the wheels and tyres first, then look at all of the body panels and the interior, run through some of the features, functions, and touch on the service history as well. And hopefully that should give a 99% accurate idea of exactly what this car is all about. So without further ado, starting with wheels and tyres, so we start here at the near side rear. Face of the wheel is in fairly good condition. There's a few sort of marks around the outside where the lacquer has started to degrade slightly. Fairly normal on a diamond cut wheel, but nothing in the way of any curb marks on this wheel. That's all in good condition around the edges. We are sporting a Pirelli Scorpion Verde tyre on the back here. It's not far from new, approximately 6.5mm of tread. Moving to the near side front, same sort of story with the face of the wheel. This one's got a bit of pitting in the centre there, but otherwise free of any curb marks around the outside. We have a mid-range tyre on the front here again. This is not far from new, approximately 6.5mm of tread on that one. Moving to the offside front, same kind of story, just sort of a few marks on a couple of the spokes there, but otherwise no curb marks on the wheel at all. Actually, there might be, I think, yeah, one just down the bottom there, one curb mark down the bottom there. Tyre to match the tyre that's on the other side, again, not far from new, so approximately 6.5mm of tread on this one. And then last but not least, the offside rear. Again, face of the wheel is in pretty good condition. A few little minor marks just around the edge there and on a couple of the spokes just where the lacquer's reacted slightly, but otherwise pretty good for diamond cut wheels. And again, we have a matching Pirelli Scorpion Verde tyre on the other side here. Again, not far from new, approximately 6.5mm of tread on that one. So to summarise wheels and tyres, faces of the wheels for diamond cut wheels of this age are in really good condition. Tyres all in good condition, nice and evenly worn, not far from new. Rear tyres are a premium brand and the fronts are a mid-range tyre. Moving on to the bodywork. So if we start at the front here, so if we start down low, so the bumper corner on the near side front here is in really nice condition. Nothing to report on there at all. Light lenses, nice and clear, top and bottom. You do have front parking sensors on this car, fairly unusual option on an XC70, but this one does have a few unusual options on it, which we'll get into a little bit later on in the video. Light lens here on the offside again, nice and clear, top and bottom. Bonnet is in good condition, nothing really to report at all other than just sort of a few very minor stone chips as you'd probably expect for a car at this age of mileage, but otherwise no damage to the bonnet itself. Bumper corner on this corner again is perfect, nothing to report there. Wing here on the offside is really good, bar just a few sort of tiny little stone chips, so just one there and just sort of a couple dotted around here, but nothing really to talk about. If we look down the side profile of the car here, you'll see there's no obvious signs of any previous repairs, any ripples or anything like that. Front door is in really nice condition. Nothing really to report on the driver's door at all. I guess if we're being super fussy, there's a few sort of very tiny little marks just like here. Let me just step back just to get an idea of scale. Mirror cap and side repeater, both in really good condition. Rear door, you have one sort of very small dent just here, which hopefully you'll be able to make out. Again, if I take a step back, you'll be able to get an idea of scale. It's only very small, that one. Otherwise, rear door in really nice condition. This car does have keyless entry and keyless go, so you've got the buttons here for activating the keyless. Rear quarter on the offside here, really nice condition. Nothing to talk about on here other than one sort of tiny scratch just there. Bumper corner on the offside rear here in really nice condition. Nothing worth mentioning on there. Light lenses on the back here again, nice and clear, no signs of any water ingress or condensation in those, and that's the same for the right and the left. Boot lid is perfect, nothing to mention on there, and the leading edge of the bumper here is more or less free from any loading mark, which is nice. You'll see here your reverse parking sensors here, and you do get a power tailgate on this car, part of the SE Lux spec. This car does have its load cover and dog card in place. Under the boot floor here, you've got the luggage net which attaches onto the back of the seat, and then your cover for putting on the punctured wheel if you ever need it when it goes in the boot, and then your Volvo warning triangle. And under the boot floor here, of course, you have your spare wheel, all the tools and everything present and correct in there too. We'll close this down. Bumper corner on the near side here again is perfect, nothing worth mentioning on there, and rear quarter, same story. Again, if we look down the side profile of the car here, you'll see there's no obvious ripples or any signs of previous repairs. Rear door, we do have one small pin dent just here, but otherwise rear door is in really nice condition, and on the front we've got a couple of minor chips out of the paint just here and here. And there, and then a couple just down here as well, but otherwise the front door is in nice condition too, as is the mirror cap and side repeater on this side. And then last but not least, the wing on the near side front here, you've got one sort of small mark here, looks like a slight reaction here, so I'm wondering if it might have had some bird poo on it at one time or another. It hasn't been cleaned off quite quickly enough. Windscreen is nice and clear on the car, no major chips, no cracks or anything in that. That's all in really good order. And then if we move to the interior, so starting in the back here, rear seats, leather in really nice condition. You've got your rear seat entertainment here, both sets of headphones, present and correct. Door cards, also in really nice condition, no gouges out of the leather on this side. And then in the front, same sort of story with the door cards, no damage to that. Front seats again in nice condition. Passenger side here is really good. Drivers, you'll see here a small amount of wear to the bottom base of the seat there, but otherwise side bolster's got a little bit of wear just there, but otherwise really good for a car of this age of mileage. Let me just pop around the other side so we can look at the door cards on the driver's side. So rear door card on the rear door here again, perfect, nothing to mention on there. And then driver's door card, you've got a few marks just down here. This is where they normally pick up the most of the marks. Obviously it's the driver's door that's used most often. Seat belts can get stuck in those, so just a few little marks in the leather on the door card there. Everything in this car's tested and working correctly, so the power folding door mirrors, the air conditioning, hot and cold, heated seats, the Bluetooth. You do also, with this car, one of the most unusual options on an XC70 is the premium sounds for the audio. Normal stereo they put in these is actually a really impressive stereo anyway, but this premium sounds is a very good upgrade to have on one of these. You do also have your Bluetooth, you've got audio streaming, you also have the built-in sensors navigation, which is a nice upgrade to have on these. You get USB inputs inside the center console here. Locking wheel nut tool, again present and correct in the center console here. I think that covers just about everything there is on the car itself. So I'm just going to pop into the office where I've got the service book, and we can have a quick glance through that. So believe it or not, this car has had 14 Volvo main dealer services in its life. So we've got services, and these are all at Volvo at, so 2,300 miles, and then we've got 13,000, 30,000, 50,000, 68,000. Sorry, I'm just going to put this down so I can open this page. And then 86,000, 101, 110, 114, 115, just under 118, just under 120. And then 128, so the car will be due a small service before it leaves us. Timing belt was done by Volvo in 2020, I think it was 2020, 2019 at 110,000 miles is when the timing belt was done by Volvo, so that's evidenced in the service book and a sticker under the bonnet from Volvo themselves as well. This is just a one previous owner vehicle, so the current keeper of this car has owned it since 2015, so they've had it since 3 years old. and it's only ever been to Volvo for its servicing. So you'll notice it's sporting Volvo branded wiper blades. We've got Volvo branded brake pads and brake discs on the car. So everything on this car has always been done by Volvo without fail. We are currently MOT'd until September next year. The only advisory on that MOT was for the rear brake pads, so we'll be inspecting those before the car leaves here. And obviously, if it needs any remedial servicing work, so an oil change or rear brake pads and discs, any suspension components or anything like that that we might deem necessary, the car will have before it leaves us. I think that covers just about everything, so I'm going to get this video uploaded, send a link through, and I will wait to hear from you with your thoughts. Thanks very much. Bye.